Hey guys, what's up? Matt here, and today I have a really different one for you. Today, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give a commentary on like the 4 best sales scenes from movies.
It's as simple as e pluribus unum. From many, one. From many shades of lipstick, one that belongs to her.
So obviously this is a pitch. It's not like a straight sale, okay? And this is a great scene in a movie. And this is old school selling, right? This is like, 1940s, 1950s, probably 1950s. All right. Again, this is like when people trusted what people said. But even then, they were a little bit skeptical, I'm going to be honest, because this guy's spitting some bullshit. And then someone has to come with the
From a basket of kisses, she picks one. It makes her unique. It colors her kiss. And her kiss, well, it colors her man. Belle Jolie lipstick. Mark your man.
How funny, just a bunch of old white dudes trying to figure out how to get women to buy lipstick. It's ridiculous on the face of it.
I only see one lipstick in your drawing. Women want colors. Lots and lots of colors.
Mark your man. It's pretty cute.
Oh, you like this? Well, maybe we should cut down to 5 shades or 1.
I'm not telling you to listen to anyone, but this is a very fresh approach.
It's okay, Kenny.
That's a terrible strategy. That's why old man here, I forget his name, takes over. You can't just tell someone this is a good approach. It has to become their idea. So now what he's about to do is a highly authoritative speech that lets him know that he's the one in charge and that he's the one with the good ideas, and he's going to inception this guy a fair bit with some authority.
I don't think there's much else to do here, but call it a day. Gentlemen, thank you for your time.
Is that all?
You're a non-believer. Why should we waste time on kabuki?
I don't know what that means.
It means that you've already tried your plan and you're number 4.
Kabuki theater is like pretend, right? So it's, I think it might be Japanese, but I could be wrong. I'm sure I'll get smashed in the comments. But it's like pretend fighting, pretend playing. You know what I mean? It's like a style of theater. Okay. So what he's going to try and do here is, make him realize that he's trying to reframe him, that what he's currently doing isn't working. So now he's going to try and, if you keep doing the same things over and over again, you're never going to get a different result.
You've enlisted my expertise and you've rejected it to go on the way you've been going. I'm not interested in that. You can understand.
I don't think your 3 months or however many thousands of dollars entitles you to refocus the core of our business.
Listen, I'm not here to tell you about Jesus. You already know about Jesus. Either he lives in your heart or he doesn't. Every woman wants choices.
That is a pattern interrupt, right? He needed to get his mind off it because it's a really strange thing to say. There is some context behind it, but like it's essentially like interrupt your patterns, change your thought patterns towards what I'm about to tell you.
But in the end, none wants to be one of 100 in a box. She's unique. She makes the choices and she's chosen him. She wants to tell the world he's mine. He belongs to me, not you. She marks her man with her lips. He is her possession. You've given every girl that wears your lipstick the gift of total ownership.
Oh, that's a beautiful moment. That is such a sell the pen moment. It's making something so small so much bigger because you're contextualizing it, and it's absolutely fucking beautiful.
Sit down.
All right, this next one, great movie. Okay, you guys will recognize it as soon as you see it. All right, guys, so obviously Wolf of Wall Street.
On penny stocks that had huge upside potential with very little downside risk. Does that ring a bell? Oh, yeah, I may have said so. Okay, great. Well, reason for the call today, John, is something just came across my desk, John. It is perhaps the best thing I've seen in the last 6 months. If you have 60 seconds, I'd like to share the idea with you. You got a minute?
Okay, so although I disagree fundamentally with what he's selling and how he's selling it, there's some good things to learn there where he set an intriguing agenda and then asked for a short period time frame. Now that doesn't work these days, but that was like revolutionary back then. He was the guy that kind of invented a lot of this stuff, like cold calling for, not many people could do this. Let's put it that way. But really listen, it's very interesting. The level of conviction that he has in his voice is really what sells it.
Name of the company, Aerotine International. It is a cutting-edge, high-tech firm out of the Midwest, awaiting imminent patent approval on a next generation of radar detectors that have both huge military and civilian applications. Now, right now, John, the stock trades over the counter at 10 cents a share. And by the way, John, our analysts indicate it could go a heck of a lot higher than that. Your profit on a mere $6,000 investment would be upwards of $60,000.
Right. So it's that old school type of selling where it's like, if you're excited about it, they'll be excited about it. These days, if you do that, it just really puts them off because of these movies, right? These movies have destroyed a lot of old sales tactics, and people doing this to people constantly, consistently have put us in an era where nobody trusts salespeople because they all think you're trying to do this shit to them.
Exactly. You could pay off your mortgage.
But it's beautiful to watch.
John, one thing I can promise you, even in this market, is that I never ask my clients to judge me on my winners. I ask them to judge me on my losers because I have so few. And in the case of Aerotine, based on every technical factor out there, John, we are looking at a grand slam home run.
Okay, let's do it. I'll do $4,000.
4,000, that'd be 40,000 shares, John. Let me lock in that trade right now and get back to you with my secretary with an exact confirmation. Sound good, John?
Yeah, sounds good.
Great. Hey, John, thank you for your vote of confidence, and welcome to the Investors Center.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Right. So really, really cool to watch that. And apparently that was pretty much how we used to do it. So it would never work these days. People are far too skeptical. People are being sold to way too much. And they've been sold in this really positive, jargon-filled way where you're just trying to like bamboozle your way into someone buying some piece of shit, which is exactly what that was. But it's super interesting to watch. And there's sales tactics that people still use today. But in my opinion, like they're not super effective.
Counts for his team leader. When I was a junior broker, I did it in 26 days. Okay? You're not sending out press packets anymore. None of this Debbie the Time Life operator bull. So get on the phones. It's time to get to work. Get off your ass.
I just want to say I agree with nearly every sentiment in this video. Now, obviously, the ethical component, I only like selling really good products. I would never push penny stocks or any crap like that. But what he's doing as a sales manager is not a bad thing. Like some of the stuff that he's trying to espouse in his team is true. Like if you want them to be successful, like they have to know certain things. Now, if you just put this same sort of a more ethical veil over it and have a good product, this is not bad advice.
Yes. Move around. Motion creates emotion. I remember one time I had this guy call me up, wanted to pitch me, right? Wanted to sell me stock. So I let him. I got every rebuttal out of this guy, kept him on the phone for an hour and a half. Towards the end, I started asking him buying questions, like what's the firm minimum? That's a buying question, right?
Okay, so it's a good lesson, right? Buyer versus non-buyer language. If somebody is asking you that kind of stuff, they're interested in it. So he's teaching them about buyer language. Now, buyer language is very easy to identify. Non-buyer language, which sounds like buyer language, is something that you really need to learn how to identify.
Right there, that guy's got to take me down. It's not like I asked him, what's your 800 number? That's a fuck off question. I was giving him a run, and he blew it, okay? To a question like, what is the firm minimum? The answer is 0. You don't like the idea, don't pick up a single share. This putz is telling me, 100 shares. Wrong answer, no. You have to be closing.
To be fair, I hate getting sold by bad salespeople. It annoys me to no end. So I understand the man's frustration.
All the time. And be aggressive, learn how to push. Talk to him, ask him questions. Ask him rhetorical questions, doesn't matter, anything, just get a yes out of him. If you're drowning and I throw you a life jacket, would you grab it? Yes, good.
That is such shitty advice. Like the yes train, where you just want them to say yes, is such a shitty way of selling people, and it doesn't work, but it probably used to. It's just that people are way more savvy these days. But if anything, like no's are far more powerful than yeses when it comes to this kind of stuff, because people have to think about no's. If you're drowning and I chuck you a life jacket, would you take it? Of course, the answer is yes. There's no thought put into that. You're not going to trick someone into saying yes by having them say yes 10 times and then asking them to buy it. It's ridiculous to even like the thought of it, to think that people are that stupid.
Pick up 200 shares. I won't let you down. Ask them how they'd like to see 30, 40% returns. What are they going to say? No? You? I don't want to see those returns? Stop laughing. It's not funny. If you can't learn how to close, you better start thinking about another career. And I am deadly serious about that. Dead serious. And have your rebuttals ready. Guy says, call me tomorrow. Bull.
That is really good advice. Always have rebuttals ready and always have ways and loops that you can use in order to get people to different destinations. Like the thing that kills a lot of objection handling and a lot of deals is the fact that the salesperson just isn't prepared to answer the questions or doesn't have ways to reframe the person effectively that they can deliver effortlessly.
Somebody tells you that they got money problems about buying 200 shares is lying to you. You know what I say to that? I say, hey, look, man, tell me you don't like my firm. Tell me you don't like my idea. Tell me you don't like my necktie. But don't tell me you can't put together 2,500 bucks.
Now that I totally agree with. Most people can grab money. I mean, this phone right here is like $2,000. You know, this microphone was a few $100s. You know, that camera was thousands of dollars. Like, you know, people can find the money for stuff. It just depends whether or not it's important to them, right? If I told you today, hey, in 3 days' time, you got to give me 50 G's cash, and I'll give you $1 million, guaranteed. Here you go. You'd find the 50 grand even if you had $8 in your bank account, right?
And there is no such thing as a no-sale call. A sale is made on every call you make. Either you sell the client some stock, or he sells you on a reason he can't. Either way, a sale is made. The only question is, who's going to close, you or him? Be relentless. That's it. I'm done.
I do like the be relentless. I think that that's a valuable lesson because I think a lot of sales guys these days are just like, give me warm leads. And if we can put a little baby bird here, maybe a little Tweety bird. That's you, just wanting warm leads. Hey, little Tweety bird. Hey, how you going, buddy? Little Tweety bird, right? Be relentless. God's sakes. I'm done.
All but one. Well, I'm going anyway.
Gary,
Let's talk
Glenn
about
Ross.
something important. Put that coffee down. Coffee's for closers only.
That is the end of my podcast. That's the outro. For those of you who listen all the way to the end, I fucking love this movie.
Oh, have I got your attention now? Good.
I'm just going to be quiet.
Because we're adding a little something to this month's sales contest. As you all know, first prize is a Cadillac Eldorado. Anybody want to see second prize?
Eldorado.
Second prize is a set of steak knives. You got leads. Mitch and Murray paid good money. Get their names to sell them. The leads are weak. The leads are weak. Only one thing counts in this life. Get them to sign on the line which is dotted. A, B, C. A always B, B, C closing. Always be closing. Always be closing.
Words to live by. Am I right? This is what ruined this. This is what like was the slow decline of the sales industry. People just ramming bullshit like this down people's throats. Also, if you saw Ada there as well, we'll go back, see if I can see it. Attention, interest, desire, action. I'm pretty sure they screw it up in this. Actually, they don't actually see. It's not decision. It's actually desire. Attention, interest, desire, action. Decision and action are the same thing. So whoever the fuck did that screwed up. Anyway.
Closing. These are the new leads. These are the Glengarry leads.
Glengarry
And
leads.
to you, they're gold. And you don't get them.
No, you don't.
Why?
Because you don't call them. You don't close them.
Because to give them to you is just throwing them away.
Throwing them away in the bin. Right next to his brass balls.
They're for closers.
You're not a fucking closer. All right, guys. I love that stuff. I'm a full sales nerd. I love it. I read the books, watch the movies. It's a passion of mine. I absolutely love it. Those are really fun to watch. There's some great fucking little tidbits in there. There's also a vast amount of horrific bullshit, but you know, they're a lot of fun. If they motivate you, they motivate you. I think you should be excited to sell people. It doesn't mean that you act all excited, but on the inside, like you should enjoy what you do. Right. So I know this was a really, really different video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you guys want me to do more of this kind of weird content, just let me know. Comment down below. But yeah, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I hope that you guys enjoyed the content, and I'll see you guys next week.